coping strategies for anxiety. We all need them at some point in time. So there are a ton of them out there, but I'm going to talk today about 15 of some of my favorites, some that have helped me and have helped my clients. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Amanda. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and also a certified Christian sex therapist. If you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell so you'll be notified every Friday when we post a new video. 15 coping strategies for anxiety. So let's get into it. Oh, actually, I also want to remind you I have a bonus tip at the end. So this is basically a tip to help you come up with some creative things for yourself that will also help you cope with anxiety. So you want to make sure to stick around. So before we get into it, I just kind of have a little side note. You want to remember that your body is the one taking in all the stress and anxiety. So as a baseline, before we get into the coping strategies, I want you to think about the basic health benefits. That is what is our baseline for our body. We want our body to be able to handle and take in stress as best as possible. So the very basics: good diet, good sleep, exercise, and sunlight. I know it's hard to get some of those and they definitely take a ton of effort, but just kind of as a reminder of a baseline, your body needs to be at tip-top shape to be able to handle the stress that you're putting under it. All right, let's get started. Okay, simply put, coping strategies or coping skills are simply ways to cope with stress. So there's obviously a lot of negative ones out there. That would be overeating, excessive spending, excessive drinking. There's a ton of them, but that's not really what we're going to focus today. We're just going to focus on the good ones today. So if you see me glancing down at my notes, that's all. I'm just so I can remember and keep us moving forward. All right, so number one, brain dump. I love this one. This one is very simple, but it is very, very helpful. So in a time when you're feeling extremely overwhelmed, often really helpful for tasks, when there's just so much and you've got thoughts going everywhere and your brain is just spinning and it's just nauseating and you can't remotely get your grounding, just do a brain dump. Take a few minutes, write down everything. Whatever you're thinking, what are your thoughts, what you have to do, what you would need to remember, all the tasks that are coming up. Start it, take a second. When you're done, kind of take a second, and more than likely there'll be a few more to add. And then you just kind of have that time. It's just getting it out of your head. Then you can look at it and then you can kind of start prioritizing, okay, what do I actually need to do on this list? What do I need to do first? And then you have a list of all that was stressing you that you can return to later to make sure you didn't forget something. Number two, massage your hand. So this actually can activate oxytocin, which is pretty cool. But also, sometimes just doing like this with your fingertips can be very grounding. So take the time to really focus and touch your hands in regards to paying attention to the curvature, to the little lines. All of that attention and focus on your fingers like that can help ground you, help you realize you're not in that stressful event you're worrying about that's a week from now. You're in this present moment. So it's just something that's really great. I think it's worked for a lot of my clients. It's just very helpful to kind of keep in mind, this is where I'm at and I'm grounded. I'm right here. This is the present moment. It just really helps to kind of keep you, it also kind of distracts your brain from all that you're spiraling and just kind of keeps you focused right on that sensation. Okay, number three. I love this one. It's so simple. Do something for someone else. So take your mind off yourself, take your mind off your problems, and go help somebody out. Go do something for someone else that could be thoughtful for them. So it can be so simple. I mean, right now we are not in a time that we are in a shortage of needs. There are a lot of people in need right now. It may be something as simple as someone's not able to get out, and call them up and ask them, hey, is there some groceries I can pick up for you? Or can I bring you something by? There are a lot of lonely people. Is there someone on your list of friends that you could call that maybe you weren't thinking about, but just to do for someone else, to think of someone else for a little while? There's no shortage of ideas that you can come up with for helping other people. Okay, number four, distractions. So this is very simple. When we're anxious and we're stressed, we are thinking and ruminating on so much. It's going crazy. It's making our body feel awful. A simple distraction. So that can be anything from listening to music, listening to podcasts, watching shows, watching YouTube videos, learning new skills, crafts, art. Knitting's great. That one really does with your hands too. I can't do that, but some of you, if you can, that's great. Or play a musical instrument. Just anything that gets your mind off of what you're stressing and worrying about. Another thing, laughter. Laughter is huge in helping you just to be able to manage life and help It's helpful if you can laugh at yourself while we're at it, but just humor is really great for the soul and just really helps a whole lot. My husband and I, we watch the Friends season. I can't even tell you how many times we've actually crushed the whole season itself, but it's something that I enjoy. It's distracting from whatever I'm worrying about, and honestly, it's just funny. So something like that just helps you just to truly distract is a great one. Okay, number 5, you all knew this one was coming, physical activity. Get outside, take a walk, exercise, dance, anything that is requiring physical activity is great. Head to toe, for your body, for yourself. It's obviously a fabulous one. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is basically call a supportive friend. So instead of bottling up all these emotions and never getting them out, actually call someone. If your spouse is there and you can talk with them, talk with them. It doesn't have to actually be a phone call, but talk with someone who's supportive, not an unsupportive friend, a negative person, but someone who's actually supportive of you. Give them a call, share your feelings, tell them what's going on. It's just so wonderful. Even if they're not able to give necessarily some great advice, it's just the fact that you got it out. You were able to talk about your emotions. That's a huge help for being able to help you move forward. Okay, number 7. This one truly helps me a lot. Clean, organize. Just simply put something away that's out of place and put it up. That may be something that you just do for a few minutes. You may just do one thing. Maybe you clean a whole lot. It doesn't matter. But physical order very much can help you have a sense of mental order. So I know for me, when I look around and I'm looking at clutter, my stress is going up. But when I'm looking around and things are in its place, I feel like I have more of a peace to move forward and do what I need to do. So give it a shot. I think it'll help you out. Number 8. This is a must. You knew it was coming as well. Breathing exercises. So these are fabulous for so many reasons. They have been proven. They help you so much with anxiety. You need to add this to your toolbox. This is definitely something you want to do. If you don't have one that's your favorite, try my favorite. I did a video on this down below. I think that'll definitely help you a lot. Okay, what am I on? 9. Zoom out. So this one is simple. If you have an anxiety-provoking situation, I want you to zoom out, think of how is that anxiety situation feel 6 months from now? Does it feel smaller? Does it feel like, well, I guess it's really not that big of a deal when you kind of zoom out and look further ahead? It's just another way of helping you get perspective, and I think it'll definitely help you. Number 10, this one is crucial. Take a break from social media and or the news. You were not meant to take in that much data all the time. It's overwhelming. I mean, you gotta think about before, they didn't have access to be able to know what's going on in every single place of the world all at one time. And now we do, and yes, that's fabulous that we can learn all those things, but sometimes it's just too much for you to handle. It's too much for your body, your brain, your mind to all take in all of that information. So sometimes you just need to make sure you take a break. It will help you so much. Okay, if you are finding these things helpful, these coping strategies, please let me know down in the comments. If you've tried any of them or if you have a favorite, please let me know. I'd love to connect with you there. Okay, number 11, I'm running out of fingers. Okay, take any action, any type of action toward anything that you've been putting off. So say you need to email someone or a specific area in the house that closet you've never touched, just anything that has been something that's been on that list that you have to do at some point in time. When you just make any step, any action, you begin to feel a little bit more forward movement. And that forward movement really helps with that stress and that ruminating and feeling stuck. It helps you feel that you actually can start to make progress and start to do things. And it really does help. Give it a shot. Okay. Number 12, pet therapy. So I love this one. And also babies. If you have a baby, please cuddle that sweet baby. That is so helpful in being able to help keep you calm. But again, pets are great. If you got a puppy, a kitty, a cat, whatever, just being able to kind of pet, slow yourself down, be with them is great. If you are someone who is really lonely and you have the availability and the time to take care of a pet, that's something you may really want to consider. If you do not have the time, please do not get a pet, because that will increase your anxiety way more than if you had done this. So anyway, you know what's best for you, but anyway, if you have one, that's good for you. Okay, Number 13. This one is always on the list, journaling. Everyone knows this one. I have a lot of my clients doing this. This is really helpful. It gets all those thoughts out. So there's something so powerful about journaling. So when you start to journal, you take pen to paper, especially instead of doing the typing, you are literally forcing your brain to slow down. So instead of that, like going really, really fast, you have to slow down to literally write, because you can't write as fast as you can think. So this is what's so powerful about getting out all those emotions, getting out what you're thinking, and it helps you slow down and allows your brain a way to process, to slowly start processing. And then you can also look at it. You can reread it. You can look at what you're journaling. And it's amazing tool that you will need to help kind of be able to cope with your anxiety better. Also, gratitude journaling. That is huge. It is so helpful. So definitely want to consider that one as well. 14, imagery. So if you are just imagining this worst case scenario or this negative outcome, try the opposite. Try imagining what a positive outcome would look like. This just allows you to prepare yourself for what God could possibly do. 15, prayer. Always go to the Father. He is the ultimate comforter. You don't want to forget the power that you possess having the Holy Spirit live inside of you. Now, as a bonus tip, I want you to think of being able to comfort and soothe yourself using your 5 senses. So I just think this is great. So when you are struggling, go through the senses and think of different ways that you could comfort yourself using your senses. So it's just a great way for you to come up with some of the ideas on your own and help you through that. So touch. That may be holding a spouse's hand, holding a child, getting a hug, perhaps a soft fuzzy blanket, again, the pets. Sight, looking at pictures that make you look happy, looking at things that are in nature, things that are beautiful, paintings, just things that make your eyes happy. Hearing, so this can be music, listening to meditation, anything. Like I love nature, just listening to the sound of waves, sound machines, so many things from you here. So let's do taste. So with taste, that might be mints, chocolate, maybe calming tea, just anything that kind of soothes through taste. And then smell. So maybe aromatherapy, candles, lotions, all those things are great. So I think that should hopefully help you just thinking through your 5 senses of some different ideas that you can come up with that can help you soothe your anxiety yourself. Also, make sure you check out down below in the description. We have a free daily mindset guide for you. I think it will absolutely bless you and definitely help with your stress as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you share with your friends. If you have anyone that you think could really be blessed by this video, please share it out. And as always, subscribe for more weekly influential encouragement and inspiration. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.